It's not a good deal if you don't use it. That should be our mantra. Hello, you beautiful little pumpkin muffins. I hope you guys are doing super good today. So in last week, I did a video where I talked all about my 5 eyeshadow palettes that I totally regret purchasing. They're collecting dust. I'm not using them for one reason or another. And in that video, I asked you guys to comment and let me know what category would you want to see next. And so this shout out goes to Kathleen Mortel. Thank you so much, Kathleen. She recommended that I do a blush category. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I can already think off the top of my head at least half of those blushes that I won't go to reach for. And then I looked in my drawers and I was like, oh yeah, buried under there, like a little squirrel, is some blushes that is not being hoarded for winter. It's being hoarded for never. So I don't use these. And I want to talk about them and share with you guys why I don't like them, maybe help you guys prevent making the same mistakes that I do because collabs, they get me, guys. They get me. Also, little blush kits, things like that. So we're going to talk about that today. At the end, I will recommend a couple of my favorite blushes. I should have done that in the eyeshadow palette video. I totally forgot, and I actually just listed them in the description box or something. I tagged the eyeshadow palettes that I would have recommended instead. But going forward, I'm just going to talk about it as we go. We're at the end of the video because these ones aren't in particular dupes or anything that I would choose instead. But at the end, there are blushes that I definitely reach for all the time. And I'll let you guys know what that is. I hope that all makes sense. Also, I'm wearing a lot of makeup today. So if you're kind of jarred, if you haven't watched me in a while, well, maybe that's not weird, but all year I've been wearing really light makeup, except for today, well, I fully embraced the dark side and my normal personality, but it's been a long time since I did full makeup. Anyways, I gave the Melt Nightmare for Christmas palette another chance to redeem itself. So that's what this look is. That's what that video was about. I'll link that down below in case you wanted to see that video. If you did miss that video notification, make sure you're subscribed. That way you don't miss out on future videos. I am posting a lot more lately and I'm so happy to be back in a rhythm and back creating for you guys. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at ashleyellix, so you get some extended content over there. But anyways, I'm ready to tell you guys the 5 blushes that I completely regret purchasing. And if you're ready to see it too, then let's go, boo. Boop. Ooh, boop, 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 boop. Okay, so let me tell you the first one that I was like, oh, easy, done. That is the Tarte Glowlight. Now, these other blushes, I'm not gonna tell you that I'm picking them because I hate them. I don't hate them. That's a separate video. This one though was stupid. So I'm mad at it. So it's kind of an I hate it, kind of like, ugh, like I try using it sometimes and I just am disappointed. So I'm going to be decluttering this real fast. It's the Tarte Glowlight Cheek and Lip Watercolor. It's very confusing. It's a mousse-like texture and it's matte. It's matte. It's not glowy. I don't understand why they call it Glowlight other than the fact that Tarte just wants to be their gimmicky selves. And when a name hits, when something does well, they name everything that. Also, you have to use a brush to get it to work, otherwise it fades to nothing. You can see it on my hand, it's basically fading to nothing. Where did it go? Oh, that's terrible. I bought a ton of Tarte products at the beginning of the year, planning on reviewing them, and then life happened and never got around to it. So I'm finally getting around to using these products now, and I think they're already discontinued because they're just a hype wagon. And I like a lot of Tarte products, especially their base products. So this one was a big old duddy dud. Actually, I'll tell you right now what to get instead. So maybe I'm switching up my format, I don't know. But the Tarte Man Eater blush, I love this one, the Blush and Glow. And same bottle and everything. I honestly think this might be only available at Sephora, only available at Ulta, because Tarte has a weird situation and agreement with those brands where you notice you can't get Shape Tape at Sephora, but you can get it at Ulta. So that's an Ulta exclusive, and then their website and stuff. And then C is only at Sephora. So I think Man Eater was successful at Ulta, but I don't know. Is this one available at Sephora too? I don't know. But it was successful, so they made Sephora their version. I almost feel like that's what's going on. So be careful, because Tarte is out there, I want to say trying to dupe themselves, but not really. This was different. I would recommend this one any day, hands down. I love it. Now, collabs, okay? This eyeshadow palettes, I'm guilty of that, and every once in a while, especially Colourpop, they get me with some collab blushes or lippies or something, because that price point too, we're just like, might as well add to cart. It's just $6, it's just $10, it's just $12. It adds up though, especially when you don't use it. So my blush collab that I regret, it's collecting dust purely based off of packaging, is the Powder Puff Girls Colourpop blush. It's so cute, right? It's adorable. Don't think to use it. And it's one of those things, it's like, maybe if I took it out of its packaging, the outer box, I might use it more. But that's like the whole thing of it that I love about it. So then I don't do it, and then it's just this cycle of never ending not using this. It has been 2 years though, and I have been a lot better about just specifically picking pieces from collab palettes. So just let that be a warning to you, you know, really think if you need an entire collection, if you really need the extra pieces, because like I said, even though Colourpop is more on the affordable side, it definitely adds up, and it's cute, but you know, it's sitting there. It's not being used. This one I regret because I've never used it ever. It's still in the box. Can't tell. It's been a year or two. It's been a year or two. It kept getting pushed aside, moved around. This is the brand. What isn't J.Cat? J.Cat Blush Mallow. I think this was one of those purchases from Ulta where I was just trying to hit the shipping minimum, honestly, and I found this blush. I'm like, oh, that's fun. Soft blusher. It honestly is dusty, and it was in like this makeup bin. I have like a bin of makeup that's waiting to be tested and stuff, or have ideas for videos, and this is one of them. It's supposed to be fun though. Let's see if is it mallowy? Oh, it's not as fun as I thought. Wow, I could have saved myself some trouble. It is also way too red for me and my liking. What if it's really good though? It's weird. What a weird consistency. It's like, it's not. It's a powder, but it's not. It's going to be too pigmented for me. Maybe I'll eventually try it. I don't even know if it's around anymore, but it's still like $5 or $10. And again, you guys, it adds up. Why are we buying makeup that we're not using? I don't know. We have a problem, okay? Next one got me good. Melt. Okay, you guys, I feel like I've been saying a lot of SH about Melt lately, and I promise I'm not trying to. I'm trying to love things, but I can't. I like what I like. The Melt Blush Light had a ton of hype over on TikTok. I don't know about Instagram, but definitely TikTok. And they were having a major sale earlier this year, so I was getting a couple things, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the blush light now because it was like 40% off. But I gotta tell you, every time I use it, I'm just like, eh. And I think what my problem is I love the Milani ones so much more, and I have like 5 of them, that I look forward to using it. When I use this, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It's just, it's okay. I just don't love it. So I don't think to use it. Maybe it's like not pigmented enough for me. That might be what it is. I got like, I don't have much of a tan right now, but earlier this year I got a lot of sun in the summer. Now it's looking like maybe it'll work better for me. Maybe I have to play around with how I use it, but right now it hasn't been used enough. It's just collecting dust. I regretted it after the first couple times I used it, because I was like, oh, even though I got it on sale. And that's how we have to retrain ourselves. I was listening to somebody, it might have been Jessica Braun, who was talking about buying clearance clothing, where like you have to really ask yourself, would you have bought this full price? Because that's what makes the deal worth it. You know? Well, I mean, how do I explain it? How did she put it? It made so much sense in my brain. Look at the item. Would you be excited for it? Would you want to have it at full price? And then because you got a deal on it, you're like, ooh, goody. I like it even more. I'm so excited. Or are you getting something because it's on sale and you're like forcing yourself to like it? You know what I mean? So that's what I tried to think about with this. Like, if I got it full price, would I be really mad? Yeah, probably, because I really didn't like how it performed in that way. It just didn't live up to the hype. So in which case, it just kind of sits there, and you almost kind of treat it differently because you didn't get it full price. You don't feel like you have to use it. I don't know. So there's a lot of weird mental things going on in my brain when it comes to this stuff. Last year's holiday Sephora sale, VIB sale, I did not take my own advice, and I bought a blush set from Rare Beauty. I regret getting this because there was one color in particular. I'll look it up. I'll post it right here. I wear coral shades almost exclusively. So what am I doing with all these colors that aren't coral is beyond me, because at the end of the day, that's all I'm going to wear. So that could just be what it is. I regret getting blushes that aren't my favorite shade. This one in particular, it was such a good deal though that I just forced my brain to get it, you know, because I was like, it's the price of a full size basically plus a little bit more, and then you get the 2 other ones. And I don't love the formula enough to own this many. I really just try to make it work for me. You guys know when I tried it on the first time, I was kind of disappointed because it was so overhyped. I just feel like I have to build it up, or like it blends away too fast, or sometimes it's too much. A little goes a long way. It's just too many things to think about these days when, again, I don't usually wear a full face. I just want something really quick. It's too finicky. So for me, I would rather have just gotten the one shade that I like, because I probably would have liked it more if I liked the shade. Does that make sense? I think so. I think it makes sense. And this full size is the shade I probably use the least. I probably use this bright pink one a little bit more. Yeah, so why did I do that? Other than just the fact that it's packaged as a good deal, it's not a good deal if you don't use it. That should be our mantra. This at the end of this year, going into all these holiday sales, you guys, that should be our mantra. And I'm gonna do another Sephora's warning and recommendations. Don't you worry. I'm gonna tell you what's up again and remind you in case you forgot, just like I do every single time there's a sale. I gotta remind myself. Now I have an honorable mention because, well, I don't know. I don't know. So this is technically number 6. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of like the Melt Blush Light. This is the Tower 28, you guys. Everybody hypes, everybody raves about this blush. The packaging is so pretty, and I got my right shade. This is a nice coral tone, Beach Please, Rush Hour. I don't know which one is what, which one's the shade name. I love the packaging, but I found this buried at the bottom of my blushes, forgot I bought it. Every single time I find it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. And then it gets buried again, and I forget about it. That's how unmemorable, how unremarkable this is. And every time I use it, I'm like, I want my Milani cream blushes back because those just blend on so perfectly, not too pigmented, just enough blend away. This one, when I use a beauty blender, which I saw everybody using that way, it's just it kind of disappears. Now today, I was going to put it in honorable mentions because right when I applied it with a thick old brush. This is technically, which one today? It's technically a foundation brush. This is a Sigma hefty boy. Just because I didn't have any other clean blush brushes, but I was like, let me try it one more time on my. Do you guys see it? You guys see the blush? Because I don't. Okay. I don't see it. And when I put powder, I don't really put a lot in this area. I don't see it. Let me just even put a little bit more on. Because I saw it at first, so I was like, okay, it redeems itself. It redeems itself. I'll just put in an honorable mention, things to be cautious of. And then when it's only been like 45 minutes since my makeup's been done and it was already gone. Okay, so I don't like that. I could put it back on, but probably by the end of this video, you're not going to see it again. I don't like that. That's expensive. Again, I only bought it because Sephora was having their sale, so I think I got maybe 20% off of it, but I would not have bought it full price. I didn't buy it full price until there was a sale. And there's some things that's like I wait around for a sale for, but this was just so hyped that I was like, okay, fine, I'll try it. I'll try it since I get a few dollars off. And like I said, it just keeps getting buried in there. So that's those blushes. Let me know, do you have any blushes that you completely regret buying? It's surprising probably how many that I have because those aren't even the ones that I absolutely hate. And they're definitely not the ones that I love. Oh yeah, I told you I was going to do that. So some blushes that I love, I've mentioned Milani a few times now. Here's 2 of them. I have 2 in my gym bag, my little gym makeup bag, but these are the Milani Cheek Kiss cream blushes. Love these. These are the first cream blushes that I ever fell in love with, and all the other ones have to compare to it, especially because it's drugstore. So if a high-end blush can't beat these, they're not, hello, like, come on. If they can't even hold a candle to it, come on, I'm gonna spend $12 on it instead of 25 plus, okay? So those ones for sure. This Sigma though, this one does hold a candle to it. I believe Sigma is considered high-end. It is definitely more pricey. It's in that $25 range, I believe. I actually got this from my friend Liz. She owns 2 beauties up in Eureka. This is the cream blush in Coral Dawn. And I love this one. This one is very comparable to the Milani. Very beautiful. Love that. Liquid blush, I'd say, I hate to say it, but all these liquid blushes that I've tried, you know which one I actually enjoy using and I pull out constantly over and over again and I'm ready to buy the full size? Charlotte Tilbury. I know everybody's trying to dupe her, but they fall short. I've tried the Tarte one. Doesn't hold a candle. I've tried the Rare Beauty. It's fine. It's just finicky. I like the Charlotte Tilbury one. I haven't tried the e.l.f. ones because I just was burned by so many others. I was just like, over it. Forget it. I actually like that one. But anyways, make sure you subscribe if you like this video and go ahead and leave a comment recommending which category you want to see next, and I'll get to that as soon as possible. It's probably not every category I'm going to be able to do, but you leave your recommendations down below and I'll see if I have some. I'm also going to put a video up here on the screen that I think you might enjoy in case you liked this one and you want to keep on the tube and keep hanging out. You guys, I will see you later. Okay, bye.